Welcome everybody to Command Combat Battle Reports, and today we have Total War Warhammer 2, and apparently we have a screenshot up there that's been saved. On the top right there, we have Wood Elves versus the Skaven, which we'll see as soon as that little thing goes off there. You can leave any time there, screen. Anyway, it's the Glade Lore versus the Grey Seer Ruin over here. I'm not going to go through all of the units here because there's too many and too little time, so instead I'm going to pause right here and go in to look at all of the forces. Alright, along the front they have some Skaven slaves. You can see that they are just very basic. They just are wearing rags there, and some collars that are probably sort of their slave collars. Along here, clan rat spears with shields, and Skaven spears, some more of those. I got the hiccups. This is myself. Skaven slaves with spears. Kind of looking around. Oh, yeah, so wait a minute. So they're slaves again. Oh, no, yeah. Skaven slaves. Oh, some more slaves there. And clan rat spears. So I guess that maybe the clan rat spears are to keep the slaves in line, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, and then we got clan rat spears over here as well. They look a little bit... No, well, they're just wearing different color. I thought they might be more well armored. This guy looks like he needs to get a little more in shape, though. He's smiling. He's the special rat. He came in on the special bus. And then over here, these guys are wearing armor. They are these storm vermin with halberds. They're going to be a little bit tougher, so you're going to have a strong one there. And storm vermin with sword and shield. So their left is clearly going to be stronger than their right. You got rat ogres, really stronger. Warp fire thrower, and clan rat spears, clan rat spears with shields, and just Skaven slave with spears. So it seems like they put the slaves kind of with some of the tougher rats, so the stronger ones can make sure they don't run off and do what they're supposed to do. You got the Doom Wheel, although it's on the downslope, so it's going to have to paddle upward. Some Skaven slaves with more Skaven slaves way here in the back. We got over here the Poison Wind. Oh, wait a minute, two different ones. Deathglow Bombardiers and Poison Wind Globadiers. So apparently sort of a mixture of them there. They're going to throw all kinds of gases. They are going to be your Poison Gas Brigade. Behind them is the Grey Seer Ruin. Oh, I see. That's the wizard on his bell. He's just ringing the bells. And Clan Rat Shield sort of taking up the other flank there. Oh, and one of the heroes here. This is the Assassin. Right in there. Watch for him sneaking up and getting some little stabbies in. So there are your forces. Looks like they're going to do with the basic troops in the front, and then on the sides, keeping their leaders in the pocket there. However, they're going to have a strong left with some of their stronger infantry forces and some of their specialty units over there. So they'll be going doing a strike kind of like this. With the Wood Elves, you've got a line of archers here. Who are they? The Hawkeyes of Drakira, Way Watchers. These are some of the best troops in the best archers in the field, and anybody's going to get. So you're going to see a lot of hits coming from them, even though they're shooting uphill. Deepwood Scouts, and these guys are no pansies themselves. They're quite good shots, and you can see that they are especially great because they are swift shiver. So when Rick tells them get swifty, this is who he's talking about. Get like these guys. So they may wear masks, but they are good shots. So watch for some good archery there, and probably going to be escaping downward. Oh, actually, it's 3 of those units. So two of the get swifty guys and one of the Hawkeyes. All right, and then way over here on the left, you got some more archers. These are mounted. You've got the Glade Riders. The Hagbane, with the Hagbane tips, and more Glade Riders. So they're going to be all around here. They're probably going to be riding around there to start sniping on the side. And down here is the rest of the Elf army. If I recall, there weren't that many of them. Who is all along here? You've got the Eternal Guard with shields. Eternal Guard, all of that is Eternal Guard. You got the Spell Slinger back here. and the Glade Lord. So here are their commanders standing behind the regular infantry, just sort of all of them standing there with their spears waiting for the Skaven to come. Now this is kind of interesting because, you know, look at the small number of them versus the large number of the Skaven, so it'll be interesting to see how they can, you know, pull us off. This is supposed to be equal forces, although they have hiding in the trees here some of these others. They have a tree man who's basically disguised as that tree, kind of coming back out of it there, and the war dancers. So it looks like they are setting up sort of a you know what, let's go back and look at those war dancers here for a second. Looks like they're setting up a trap down here for the other side. Yeah, that's the war dancers. They look pretty good. This is all on ultra graphics, by the way. So let's take a look over here at the overall setup. Oh, is it? It isn't going, is it? No, okay. For a second I thought it was moving. It almost looks like it does. When I move around the screen there, it does. Anyway, so as I said, the Skaven have that long line of just regular swordsmen with a little pocket here to have their commanders in, and their strong left side. That is countering actually against the elven strong right side, which is going directly against them. Although with the elves, it seems to be that is more of an ambush type of idea, whereas with the Skaven, it seems like that's where they're just going to force their way down their throats. The Skaven have this whole skirmish line up here. These, as the main skirmish line, these look like they're going to go do kind of a flank maneuver. And up here you have the main Wood Elf line, which is a very, very small number of troops, but all of them are very powerful with their Glade Lord and their other leader back there. So it is going to be interesting. Is it going to be the force of the Skaven, or, you know, or the sheer numbers of the Skaven, or will it be the skill of the elves? Let's find out as we unpause this. So Skaven are moving forward, and they are shooting one of their larger weapons, while the elves are just shooting their bows and trying to get as many accurate hits as possible. Skaven have fired off one of their fire shots, and now the elves are sort of pulling back as they try to shoot, and the Glade Riders have moved around there and have distracted some of the Skaven to start chasing them. Now I do wonder if some of their shots are being a little bit less accurate because... Oh, those are accurate. But there could be a possibility of a problem because you can see just a light rain going on there. Now Skaven have pushed them down. The Glade Riders are pulling back. They are not going to engage. They're just going to pull back and keep on shooting to take more of them down. Same thing is happening with the skirmish line. They have taken down several of the forces. Of course, the Skaven have troops to spare. And now, magic spell right there in the center. It is going to be a big hit on the Skaven, but not do a gigantic amount of damage. They are still moving forward as their warp fire throwers or flamethrowers or whatever are knocking down on them. And look at this, the rat ogres go through and are just knocking them silly over there on the elven left, the Skaven right. Look at all those arrows that they're trying to shoot, but they're just bouncing off. That Skaven is either yawning or cheering. He is a very happy rat either way. Right here in the center, there is some, well, it looks like they're just sort of staring one another down. And over here on the right, oh my god, look at the weight of the Skaven up against the sheer tenacity of the elves. Of course, as some of those gases go flying through there, I know that feeling in the bathroom. And you have some of them just sort of standing here where the Skavens have actually flanked them, but they're not moving in on them. Looks like they might have found some of these hidden forces over here in the woods and have moved in on them. This is not going well. The war dancers are doing their dance, but it really is not going well for the elves because this was supposed to be their surprise, and instead they have a doom wheel right up their surprise. Now here comes a good strike from the treeman, but he doesn't do a lot, so it's still up there and still going. So let's go ahead and push play again. See how everybody does. Oh, now the doom wheel is being knocked around, and it is escaping. It's getting out of there. So no more doom wheel. And the rest of them have moved away. So now the elven right is opened up, although they are still skirmishing there with the poison wind globadiers, who are now retreating. So the Skaven left has folded, and freeing up the elven right, which is, of course, their ambush area. No, it seems like the Skaven are coming back into it. Their center is holding, what's going on with these Glade Riders? The Glade Riders seem to have disappeared. Aha, they've gotten into the woods, but they have not been intercepted yet. They are just distracting a large number of Skaven. That is a smart move on their part. Let's take a look over here at the overhead. It looks like a lot of the Skaven are running away into the hills. The Skaven have some of them going after the Glade Riders, while the rest are fighting it out right here in the center. And it looks like they've all pulled back, and the elves seem to be pulling back a ways as well, just realizing, hey, we're not going to win this right up in the front being stubborn, so we're going to pull back, although some of them are being stubborn and staying behind, and that's causing the rest of the elves to feel like, oh, well, we have to go forward as well. And so they are fighting their mightiest, but the Skaven really do just outnumber them. This is tough for them, and you even have one of the Wood Elf leaders there got caught up in the middle. She is trying to retreat, but she is retreating right along with the Skaven, who have now knocked into the Eternal Guards and into the Glade Lord himself. Now their other leader has gotten past. She's running for her life. Maybe she will rally. You can see the Skaven back here keep running, then rallying and coming back, and then keep running. I don't know if they're ever going to be made to give up. That's one of the things about them. They just simply won't give up. And now their gases are coming in, and those elves cannot be liking that, especially with how fastidious they are. It's just getting... oh, and here comes... Oh, you would not want to be an elf in the middle of that. That was just a... Oh, wait a minute. No, that hit the Skaven. Was it friendly fire, or was it... It's hard to tell with magic who it came from. But, man, they have been hit hard. However, they did win the day there as the Wood Elves start to run away. And there's one unit left here. I wonder how many are even left anywhere, because there is not a lot. You can see that some of them are pulling back behind the trees, trying to rally back there. But what will happen with this? Are these the sacrificial lambs? Are they just simply going to take it so that the others... Yes, they have sacrificed themselves, so the Wood Elf army can regroup further back. So, and there's one problem with the woods. It is so hard to see where everyone is, who they are, etc., what side you're on. It's hard to tell. But in this case, at least the Wood Elves are green. Of course, the forest is green, so seeing them through that is a little bit difficult as well. But they are doing their best. Everybody is firing into there, and now the Wood Elves have lost some of their best archers, while they now pull back on their left, getting shot at by, the various... rat weapons, but this is really looking bad for the Wood Elves. There's not a lot left. A few have rallied, but for the most part, the Skaven rally more powerfully than the others, or at least they seem to. And now what you have is just this one Wood Elf trying to guard against two Skaven infantry, and there is sort of a fight going on here, but not much of one. It looks like the Wood Elves are trying to get back. And in the center, they're just pulling back. They don't see a lot of choice. A lot of their heavy infantry is gone. And so they're trying to get back in the fight, or just desperately playing with whatever they have left. Getting shocked there in the center, and the Glade Riders, I think it's the last of the Glade Riders are running away, as the Crystal, what is that called? Well, it's the Grey Seer in the middle is, still up, still moving around, and his magic is simply working wonders on the enemy's morale. Let's look overall the table. I guess there is a little bit going on with not a lot there. The troops that were up there simply are rallying. Others are moving back there so that they can rally, but the Wood Elves are now coming in, actually, with some of the Glade Riders who had previously retreated. They have knocked down some of the Skaven that were lingering. However, the Giant Bell is coming in and will be knocking them around. And now it looks like it's retreating, and in fact it seems to be retreating through its own troops. Oh, no, it isn't. It is just smashing the Wood Elves who have gotten in their way, into their way of getting away. It looks like they're trying to retreat. Nope, they're still in place, and all of them, I'm just going to stop guessing here, because they just keep on fighting even when it seems hopeless for them. And that's on both sides. And there goes the Wood Elves seem to be breaking. Oh, but the bell just broke apart. That can't be good morale for the Skaven. There are hardly any any of the Wood Elf infantry even left, or troops even left. And here, it looks like it's come down just to the Glade Lord. So Glade Lord against everyone. He's going to go in and just start fighting all of them. But it seems like it might be too little too late. However, they have caused the Skaven to go dazed. And so he keeps going in there, but he keeps getting hit with that gas. That cannot be good for him. I think his mama probably always told him, don't get yourself hit with gas. Or maybe she didn't because he keeps running into it. Maybe she just didn't say that powerfully enough. But for the Skaven, now they have to wonder about where the troops are, because now we have Glade Riders and the Glade Lord moving in on, what are those called? The Warp Fire Thrower. And Glade Lord just passes them right by. He's like, nope, we're not after you. We are after this guy. The Missile Infantry, they are the Poison Wind Globadiers. Actually, this has turned to the side of the Wood Elves, because as you can see, the Skaven are on the table, but they're all running away. They all have white flags. And that was it. The Wood Elves pulling out a victory with just a few troops left. That was epic. That was an amazing game. Well, we hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Please be sure to subscribe and watch our other videos. Hope you're enjoying this, and happy gaming, everybody.